Hello and welcome to my stream today, where I am back with more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we last week have proceeded to beat the French. Very devastatingly, in fact. Though actually that wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago. Last week we just kind of designed ships, remodeled ships, and that's kind of the entire stream that we did last week. We didn't really get to do much. We have built a lot of big ships, which is actually very nice. We have unlocked a new class of heavy cruiser, which is also very nice, because we've basically replaced all of our aging fleet with those. Which is very, very good. We still don't really have a good light cruiser, but I'm praying that that will change fairly soon. Did they change the font? On the right side? Let me quickly do something. Let's turn on the usual music. Because it makes for very good music in the background. So, we are currently not at war with anyone. We're building 1 battlecruiser and 3 light cruisers. I think the battlecruiser is not even for ourselves. I think. Yeah, we have a bunch of mothballed heavy cruisers that we're going to get rid of, one after the other. Our current ally has actually been buying them up. And yep, that is a Jericho that is going to someone else. To Norway. Very good. Politics-wise, I think we were kind of close to war with someone, but not, like, super dangerously close. Yeah, we're Russia and Britain. Those two are the ones that definitely don't like us. Aren't we allied with America? Hang on a minute. What? What? America called off our alliance! I don't know why. Okay. Odd choice. Very odd choice. We are in dire need of more cruisers. That is something that I can definitely say with confidence. Funnily enough, last week, basically very close to before we stopped streaming, we have unlocked new ship classes. New hulls. Some of them battleships, as you can see, already. As we have unlocked the Dreadnought 3, and we have also unlocked the Battlecruiser 3. The Battlecruiser 3 I'm not too excited about, it's a bit weird. Battlecruiser 2 is more like it. The Battlecruiser 1 is kind of just wonky. Light cruisers are unfortunately still these. I think we're gonna skip on these for the moment. We might make one of these, because we have also unlocked the 14-inch guns. So let's quickly just plonk together a ship class that we can build. Shouldn't be too difficult. What's the recommended speed of these? 22.3 knots. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. Many and standard. Now, these can use the advanced towers, which have some nice features. Mainly, the implemented barbettes into the towers. They are very good. Can't put them back here, though. Really? Okay. For the moment, I think it's fine if we make them a bit wide. We have a pretty heavy forward of it already. Honestly, do we really need a ship like this? I don't think we need that one. It does give us a lot more aiming speed. We might put a secondary gun on that. Not a main gun. On this ship, I want 8 14-inch guns. A fairly standard setup here. Which should be fairly efficient and effective. Now these things are still Mark 1 guns. They're not going to have the highest range. They're not going to be the most accurate. They are, however, going to be the biggest one on the out there. I don't think anybody else has 14 inches yet. So, cat ballistic, we can go from cordite to 2 powder, which is also something that we unlocked, which is very good. I think I remember that being a thing that doesn't make you explode nearly as badly. It also gives you more gun reload time. The accuracy goes down, the range goes... Oh no, wait, the accuracy goes up, the range goes down. We still have a fairly okay range. Can go for Dunite or picric acid or TNT. 50% exploding chance. Not too great. Picric acid is also one that reduces penetration significantly. So right now we would have... we could penetrate our other battleships at... Actually, what's our armor quality? 115, so... I'm not a fan of picric acid, I'll be honest. Stereoscopic rangefinders, hydroacoustics, we actually have some sonar. Which is very good. No radar yet, but that's all to come. So we need a funnel. This puts out at 79%. We might be able to go induce boilers and then use one of the smaller funnels. Yes, we might even be able to use the smallest funnel. Yes. Or make it faster. We'll see in the end. For the moment, we're going to use most of the weight for armor, because I want to have a 16-inch belt with 8 fore and aft. Okay, can't do that. 6 fore and aft, I guess. The 16-inch might be a little bit excessive. It's like a... Hey, Big Mac! How are you doing? That would be enough. Maybe 5 inches of deck. Fore and aft. Too heavy. 14.5 there. 17 inches of turret armor. Absolutely ridiculous. How are you doing today? I'm doing quite well. How are you holding up? Hope you're having a nice day. Am I forgetting anything? This thing feels very heavy for no good reason. Look at mini beam maximum. This thing is as big as it can be. How's the campaign going? The campaign so far is doing fairly well. We have had a bit of war against the French. We have taken some of mainland France for us, and a bunch of their smaller territories around the world, as war operations afterwards. Generally, it's going pretty well. Increased AP for main gun, increased AG for secondaries. We don't have any secondaries yet, we have to change that. However, we're struggling with weight. That's significantly heavier. The only thing that I can really think of is reducing range, which will cost some range, obviously, but, you know. You can paint 4 nations to dissolve. France didn't even dissolve us. They just couldn't fight us anymore. Basically, we were forced into accepting the capitulation without you doing. Okay, that's interesting. I would like to have an 8 inches inner. Oh wait, that's yeah, 8 inches inner belt. 7.2 is what that allows me to do. This thing is quite heavily armored. We have about 500 tons. Now this is going to be the most modern ship out there again. But the guns will kind of struggle for range if we leave them the way that it is. We might need to seriously increase the range by increasing the barrel length. Deck penetration will really suck if I do that, though. Honestly, I'm going to leave it at 5%. If we get to 18 kilometers, I'm going to be happy. 19 with armor piercing, 17.3 with HE. It is fairly big guns. Maybe we can get away with 4%. Yeah, that's okay. But you have now modern battleships and the shred everything you had in 1927 in the area too. If you keep ahead of technology, shit gets wrecked really, really quickly. Now, we don't have any significant secondaries. We can't have any triple barrels, which is unfortunate. We can mostly use double barrel 5 inches. Which is a bit unfortunate. If I place it there, it's going to interfere with a gun turret. I can't put it up there on the deck, which is very much bothering me. I want to put something more significant up there. No, come on. It's going to interfere with the turrets real bad. We have a whole bunch of casemates on this hull, though. So, what else can we do to reduce some weight? We could go down to the usual weight, or usual speed of 21 knots. Here's the unfortunate truth about the casemate guns. They are very heavy. The French are the end boss, 50% GDP growth and 500 million GDP. I think it kind of differs, actually. Might not always differ, but right now, for me, the French are kind of very aggressive, but they're not doing well. They're not doing well at all. We have a forward offset, so we need to shove forward some weight to the rear. I'll put one of those up there. Still a forward offset. The unfortunate truth is I can't move this back anymore because we actually do have citadels, so that will affect our weight. They have 5 million soldiers. I am considering something. This will make my forward offset even worse. However, it will make the citadel significantly smaller and free up the rear deck for secondaries. How much would it cost me to put enhanced reloading in here? 500 tons. We can probably shuffle out some of these. Because casemates are really, really heavy. And outclass the Americans in every way. I mean, I can only talk about my own experience with them. Or with it. My own experience is that the French are not easy to defeat, but they're not that busted. That should be a hefty secondary broadside. Now, these are not exactly rapid firing. 18 seconds reload, but at the same time, they're going to shred everything that comes into range. I'm going to have to increase the length of those for sure, I think by like 3 or 4%. Yep, 3% it was. These things, probably 4. Not even enough yet. 6%? Because I want my secondaries to reach at least 10 kilometers range. Okay. Probably that one can go, because that one's not great in gun angle anyway. I could probably also make this a little bit more effective. We still have the same amount of secondary guns, but they now have better firing angles. Also, don't worry about the concussion coming from those big-ass guns right over their heads. I'm sure they'll do fine. Yes, I do remember that guy, Classic. Why? Did they enter your chat as well or something? Or... They wrote to you a few minutes after you did it? Okay. Was it very stupid? I apologize to you if it was very stupid. And he was like, did you ban me? Answer me. Well, I mean... You just blocked him. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, the questions that they were asking were very, very stupid. Gotta give it that. I would like to have some weight freed up, somehow. But at the same time, there isn't really much I can do. I can remove this, maybe. Actually, no. I'm gonna replace that. And remove this one instead. Technically the same outcome, but this one can fire forwards, while this one down here can't. And while our secondary battery to the side and rear is very good, to the front we don't really have much of space. Some of those winners just show up. It is what it is. Can't really help it. 8 inches of side armor for those turrets. Man, those are heavily armed. Just look at the height of this gun members. I mean, yeah, there's this one guy called Classic Rod. He's really weird. We need to quickly remodel some stuff to actually have some hydroacoustic equipment in it. Which shouldn't be too bad. That was it. That's all I had to do. What's the range on our gun right now? 27.7 kilometers. I don't think we need that. Yeah, no, that's good enough. The thing is, the two-parter makes us more accurate, but gives us less range. But his jokes are on point, though. Rarely. They're a bit hit or miss. Yeah, we were kind of forced into making some ships. Some very ships. At the same time, some of the others are significantly good. Too bad TV quarantine's fun in this con. I don't quarantine fun, I quarantine memes. They're two exact opposite things. Okay, the Jericho, which we have one off, and I'm not gonna build any more for myself, because goddamn, this thing is weird. It's gonna be funny if it actually performs well, but it has terrible pitch, terrible roll, not great engine efficiency. The turret setup is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Man. It's kind of cursed, not gonna lie. Let me remodel the Bremen as well. Isn't 98% good? It's... I mean, it's good enough. Normally, if I designed the ship myself... Whoa. I don't know what I did to the ship, but it suddenly has 173% engine efficiency, and I'm very confused about it. Very confused about it. I'm gonna guess that these are already the smallest funnels, and that's why. Long funnel 2. Yeah, okay. That's the reason. Yeah, I don't usually go below 100%. Reason simply being I made a mistake, and I forgot about changing this on the other ships. I am stupid. Because we don't need the ridiculous gun range that we get on some of them. We just get another remodel for the Bremen and the Bartmorg and stuff. Don't worry about the engine efficiency, it's called space magic. Oh, this is not... I'm gonna quickly go out of the constructor and then back into the constructor, because after you remodel something, the order in the list on the left goes all wonky, and you have no idea which one's the new one and which one's the old one, which really should be fixed. A small bug. It's a display bug that doesn't affect the gameplay very much. It's just slightly annoying. Just view this one. This one should be the one that's already good. Okay. We need to go through the Bremen. Once it loads, because I did not change that. So Ballistite to 2-parter. Because our gun range is still going to be pretty good. Yeah, 18.5 kilometers. That's good enough. It's 11.2-inch guns. Penetration is actually not that great on these ones. Interesting. Interesting. It is Mark III turrets. Shots amazing. Cap ballistics. Interesting. The Jericho. Have you tried naming your ships Koenig Final V3.1 Final this time for sure? No. There's a good reason why I'm not doing that every time that I change the name. I'm pretty sure that can I change the name? Oh, hey, I can. I can actually change the name during that remodel. Didn't realize that before. Didn't realize that before. That's how you name Photoshop files, not boats. In other words, I'm going to go through this in a moment and change some names. Those boats are just pixels on the screen, same thing. I think I already did this one correctly. No, I did not. Yeah, this one is 22. Is it that big of a range loss? It absolutely is. We just lost 4 kilometers range. Huh. I mean, it's still good enough, by any means. Nah. Oh no. I didn't mean to click on that. There we go. Yep, save the design. Königsberg, I think I did do that with. Yep, this one is correct. And it would be very nice if that card went away, but it's fine. It should go away the moment that we click on something new. So we went all the way to the Bonn, I think. So we have only the destroyers and the likes left to improve. Still there. Okay, now it's gone. So this one definitely needs the Hydro. This one also gets the tube powder to not explode. Which will put its guns at 9.5 kilometers range, which is still bearable. These are still our first useful destroyers. We had some destroyers beforehand. They did not have the greatest torpedoes. They did not have the greatest guns. Honestly, they are still in our arsenal. Well, that's not because they're great. That's just because they're there. This takes too many tons. No, even if the first one takes up too much weight. So this is just going to be a minesweeper, not a mine layer. Very good. Yep, that's okay. Sometimes you get one of those revolutionary technologies that you need to put into every ship, because otherwise you're gonna gimp yourself by not doing it. Super duper firing main guns on a heavy cruiser, very fun. Main gun range of 12.4 kilometers. That's not very good. .12 is the max I can go. So 13 kilometer main gun range. That's not great. That is legitimately not great. That's better. So this one is not gonna run the super safe run. Super safe setup. Because tube powder is significantly safer and does not explode nearly as easily as basically all of the other choices that you have. The Dresden, which has gotten a bit of an upgrade and a slight layout change, is now going to get even more upgrades, because Hydro, shell upgrades. The gun range goes from 14.7 down to 11.4. Yeah, no, we can't do that. It's no way in hell. 14.8 with the 6.6. 13.4, but better accuracy. I'm gonna go with this for this ship. Okay, we don't have that anymore. We don't have those anymore. I think we are set for the moment. So, the reason why I'm going to back out once more and then do one more thing. It's just going to be a quick name change to clean up the plates. Because that way, I'm going to be able to name them properly and actually have an overview of things that works properly instead of just looking at the names and like, which one's the right one? I don't remember. Because this gets very confusing. We have October 1910. Okay. We're not gonna change much about this. That's basically the only thing we'll change. I can't do that. Doesn't let me. Never mind. We'll do that the next time we change something. I apparently need to actually change something about the ships to do that in the first place. I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way and just delete all the mods that we don't need. So, considering that we're currently at peace, we are building 4 ships, and our shipyards are being used very lightly. We have 250,000 tons left over, and we're increasing to 71,000 tons of a shipyard already in 1910. Very early. We're going to go to the ship designs and upgrade all of our light cruisers right away. Why these ones specifically? Because they are the ones that get outdated the soonest. Next up is going to be all of our destroyers. We don't have that many of them, which we should honestly change fairly quickly. That did not take up much weight at all, so we can probably do some of the heavy cruisers as well. Let's do like 5. We could probably do 5 more. Yeah. Now that's going to cost us a bunch of money. Our monthly balance does in fact not look like that. That's a display bug because we haven't actually finished the turn yet. I think, at least. Unless it does and I'm just wrong, we are making shitloads of money, I guess. 30 million per turn. Advanced battleship funnels, nothing unlocked. You would like the Bielefelds? You can have the Bielefelds at no extra cost. You can have it, so I want to get rid of it anyway. And we're going to keep making money because we are selling our old fleet off. We're still selling all of those mothballed old heavy cruisers. We have sold 3 of them. And I'm hoping that we're going to get rid of the rest, the other 10 as well. So, that's a lot of refits done. I'm going to go back to the Saxony, upgrade the last 3. Very good. Ship design, the part work. Let's upgrade all 3. Which should put us at... Yeah, okay, that's still easy. Easy. Let's refit the Jericho. And the Bremen. This one can go. This one can go. This one can go. actually, hang on. Finances. Okay, very good. Next turn. Refitting 11 ships. They're all refitted in 1 month. Okay, internal protections. That's very good. Minefields. Also very good. Currently not at war. Have at it. Don't need the ship anymore. Keep buying them up until there's none left, please. Ship design. These are all upgraded. The reason there's some few in construction, but they're not ours, technically. Same with the Jericho. You can refit the bonds. Okay. And the Königsbergs. And then there's another thing that I need to do. I need to build some of these. Now, here is the question. I need to quickly make sure how many of what class of ships I have. Because of my own little rule. So I need to sort by class. One, okay, that comes up to 3. Still 3. Why do I still have you? That's a bit concerning. That allows me to get 2 extra, that allows me to get 3 extra, 4 extra. Technically, I could make 1 class out of 7 ships now, if I wanted to. Instead, I'm going to build 4 of these. Which is going to be very expensive, but it's going to be fun. So that leaves me at 3 extra. Type. Posen is going to be built in Pillau. You're going to be built in Kiel, I guess. You're going to be built in France, because let's just bully them by building all of our battleships, and Hamburg. Because we have Le Havre. And some of them oil. You know, it's very good. 2 billion income. We've actually taken their most valuable territory off of them, which is very nice. Okay, next up. The refits are done. That's very good. People of Egypt, okay. Lithuania, that's fine. It's actually very surprising that so far we only have 1 AI ally to us, which is Norway. We're also arming them fairly decently, just ignore the fact that we're selling them all of our old, outdated heavy cruisers. Because they're very old and outdated. Status, yeah, we have some mothball ships still. Still hoping that they're gonna start buying them up, because otherwise I'm just gonna scrap them. Nothing else to do this time, theoretically. I could try to improve relations with the British again, to not go to war immediately. Still a bit surprised at America calling off not just my alliance, but the Russian alliance as well. I guess they weren't very happy that I didn't go to war with them. Because they went to war with America, Italy, and Japan. I might just try to take on Spain soon. They don't have many ships. They're far behind in... actually, they're average in technology at this point, which is pretty good. For them, I guess. But hey. You know. We might be able to change that by absolutely crippling their economy. Let's just stay ahead of the curve for the moment. Also try to go to war with Austria. The government is interested to know if you could guarantee victory with the Spanish Empire in an upcoming war. Oh, what a coincidence. Of course, the fleet is strong enough. It is only necessary to increase funding for the additional training of a crew. I can, but only after the entry into service of important combat units. Funding must be significantly increased. It's better because, honestly... all of these are kind of shitty. I do want to lower the unrest. I have enough prestige. I don't need the extra naval budget. I don't want to lower the GDP either. Get steam turbines, my friends. That is going to save so much weight. Hull strapping, that's also better weight. Submarine propellers, don't really care about submarines much. Let's go and do some funny. Let's increase the tensions. Let me just quickly check if we've actually upgraded all of our ships. Yeah, we have. Okay. Alright. What is that? Oh, that's the 1909 remodel. I guess it starts anew every time, which just becomes more confusing. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Do I have the... Okay, delete that as well. Delete that here as well. Yep. Gone with you. Gone with you. Let's just clean up our list here a bit. The Bielefeld can stay in there because we technically still have them. I also think that our ally is stopping to buy them because they're not very great. The Rhineland has got to be the first one to get scrapped. You know what? I'm gonna scrap a few of them. Okay, you only you can only scrap one at a time. Getting rid of some of the old ships that we definitely don't need. I do definitely have to increase our cruiser fleet, though. I'm not a big fan of our current cruiser hulls. The heavy cruiser is okay now. We actually have a decent one, but hey, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna build some Saxonies. About 8 of them. Yep, that's going to max us out almost entirely. It's gonna put us at 21 heavy cruisers. Well, we have 14 battleships and 3 battle cruisers. So that's okay. Transport losses. Yep. We try to increase tensions with the French again. Not with the French, with the Spanish. I don't think they're a big danger. They have battleships. 1 heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers, and 80 Ds. They are building 67 ships. 76 ships, sorry. No, 67. Yes, that's correct. I'm dumb. Man, brain's going haywire right now. Okay. The Russians are using our recon. Well, that's a stat I haven't seen, I think. We definitely need some better heavy light cruisers. Research. Let me quickly check. Cruiser design. What are we gonna get here? Please give me a new hull. It should be done next month, so we're gonna see if we get a new hull or not. If we get a new light cruiser hull, that's gonna be a big modernization for our navy, right there. Because we really do need new cruisers. Specifically light cruisers. They're not very good, the ones that we have at the moment. Auxiliary diesel engine, it's something. No new hull. We can make them bigger. That doesn't really help us. Belgium is now front with the Spanish. A lot of people rebelling against Russia again. Kind of always happens in the 1910s, noticed. Now that might be a good moment to rush in and try to take some stuff for ourselves. At the same time, these areas are kind of poor. Like, Poland is pretty good, Belarus is okay, Ukraine is pretty good. The biggest importance is probably the Black Sea down here. And if we consider the fact that we have 2 small ports over here already, might not be that important in the end. I do want to quickly check something. How long will those ships take? Also, I'm pretty sure we can just scrap the rest of these. Maybe keep one as a fucking museum ship or something. Yeah, sure. Okay, the cruisers are taking 13 months. The battleships 60 months. They're actually not that much slower. They were probably like 19 months or 18 months at full... No, actually 21 months at full construction time. In comparison to 50 months for the cruisers. I'm just going to wait for the light cruiser to be out of our production so Norway has a bit more of a navy. Which difficulty are you playing? I think this was... Oh, fuck. I forgot the names of the difficulties. It wasn't normal, it was one above normal. It was one above normal, I remember that much. I just don't remember the name of the difficulty. Was it just hard? It might have just been hard. Okay, then they just retain Egypt. We can probably get away with one more tension rising here. Yeah, the fight against the French wasn't particularly easy. However, we did humiliate them in the end. It should be hard, then... Yes, okay, yeah, it's not legendary. It's definitely not legendary. I'm pretty sure. Also, that fucking highlight borders thing is so fucking useful. It's insane. But yeah, we actually got a lot of reparations from France, which is why now we're kind of the absolute Chad in Africa. Because they gave us a lot of the territory as reparations. I still would like to get northern Egypt and stuff like that, but we can't really fight the Ottoman Empire. I know that they weren't very much a naval nation. However, they do have a lot of really nice port towns. Like, they had some battleships and stuff, but they weren't one of the big ones. Okay. Next turn. For the moment, nothing interesting is happening. The unrest is rising. But that might be a good thing in this moment, because it was a small rise, so it could be that our poking has worked. Triple torpedo tubes, that's pretty good. Jet charges. Okay, that has worked. Very good. Let's just appease the British. Clearly, we are not going to try to fight them at the moment. We are busy with our own little things. Funny thing is that you have over 1,000 prestige. Oh yeah, getting naval prestige is super easy. The moment that you go to war and win battles, you just keep racking it up. I use it as a resource more than anything. Like, if there's a choice where it's either prestige or unrest, I will definitely go and pay the prestige. If it's money or prestige, I'll go and pay the prestige. It's a resource to use. It's very nice. Also, how does Britain have so much oil? There's oil here, 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 here. What the fuck? So, for the moment, we're going to chill here at that 91... Oh, hey! We found oil in New Guinea. Oh, that's nice. That's sure to make a bit of a thing. It was right near... Okay, the British are actually being very nice today. Odd, but good. I mean, I said I would keep it as a museum ship, but if you want it, go take it off my hands, you can keep it. We are now rid of all of our old ships, and I can turn back on the Add Crew button. Do you want to see a 13,000 tons? Yeah, sure. You can make a screenshot and show it to me. Sending links is still okay. Usually I pay attention to what kind of links I click on stream. Or in general, actually. Yeah, no, I'm not. That is such an old and outdated hull for that, though. I'm not even surprised at the super duper firing thing, because basically, my Saxony class is doing the same thing. Like, legitimately. It's the same thing, but smaller guns. Treading all enemy ships and even BBs. I mean, it's what, 11-inch guns? Looks like 11-inch guns. Hey, Psychos. Stab shells. Yeah, I just had bad. 225. There should be 11 inches. Around about. Let me see. Why are we planting a minefield? We're not at war with anyone. Why are we planting a minefield around us? Around that base here? Very weird. I'm gonna quickly select the port locations for our heavy cruisers, because they can end up all the way across the nation, and that would be bad. Good timed out last time. Ah, welcome back. Yes, to annoy the Italians. Absolutely. I actually agree with that. Annoy the Italians. Yes, let's go. If a friend of mine will say now. Yes. Let's build some ships in France, I guess. Sure, one sec. Very good, very good. Okay. We're definitely gonna need more light cruisers as well, but at the moment we're gonna have to wait out until all of the ships that we're building are done. Because our naval capacity, our building capacity is almost reached. Last year this class did 56,000 damage. It would be really neat to see the statistics of a specific ship. Spanish Empire sent us an ultimatum demanding to withdraw a fleet that is operating near the borders, claiming that it threatens the trade lines with neighboring countries. The government requires you... Okay. Here's the funny. My goal in the first place was to go to war. Oh, that's why. They attacked Morocco. We bought Rule the Waves 3 for the Oman Excel Simulator. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Like, some games just play that way. So we're now at war with Spain. So we're going to put them into Spain without an S. Their territory is very close to some of our very big ports, and they have nothing that is defending over here. They don't have a big navy nearby. They have most of their navy, seemingly, down here somewhere. They don't have many ships in general. They have a bunch of battleships. Yeah. Let's move out. We're going to use all of these 3 battleships. And the Jericho, why not? And a whole bunch of destroyers. If that was possible in UAD, this game would rule. Yeah, sometimes you just don't quite get the freedom that would be great. The first usage of the Parton Book class. No ships in there, no ships in... Oh no, wait, it's a fleet. They've made a mistake. They screwed with the wrong person. Because I can navigate these waters very quickly and bring my might to bear. Even so much of an excellent simulator, they actually had some sort of crossover events. I guess that's a pretty large pool of people who enjoy that. Fun thing, the only game that I've ever played that was kind of an Excel simulator is very much a Wii game. But at the same time, it was very unique. And very neat, which is Contact Collection, by the way. I'm gonna leave that at home, because it's not up to par anymore. It's a bit outdated. We're bringing our entire might to bear, which is very good. 90% of the German Navy has just mobilized within 1 month. And this, my friends, is not a small navy. One war at a time. I'm gonna actually pay them. Okay. Okay. The Spaniards are getting very unpopular right now. We're making an approach over here. 3,000 soldiers against 46,000 soldiers. Not eager to repeat mistakes. Not eager to repeat mistakes. I mean, we could handle them, is the thing. The Russians are not doing well this game. They're not... Actually, they've built a lot of ships, but they're all destroyers and torpedo boats. But as you can see by the naval prestige, they have lost basically every war they've been a part of so far. It's not been a great time for them. We're gonna go to politics, to Spain, and quickly check. Sea region, Bay of Biscay. We're gonna invade northern Spain. Naval invasion, let's go. There's a submarine that's attacking us. Now, I do know that I don't think we actually have some anti-submarine warfare stuff. Nation France revolution. Unrest became uncontrollably high in France, and the government has been overthrown. People do not trust Charles Human due to his no naval prestige. He is really from duty, I see. This is a mistake. It's a mistake. War erupted between France and Austro-Hungarian Empire. I don't want to be at war with France right now. We're gonna auto-resolve this. Oh, we actually sank the... That's a big battle right there. They have small battleships, though. They have a lot of them, but they're not very big. Huh. Now what are we looking at here? 13.6-inch guns. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. That's a very weird class of battleship right there. I am genuinely curious. I'm actually gonna... First of all, detach and send them away. At least the light cruisers. I'm confident that we can handle this with just the big ships. You can go, what, 21 knots? We're getting closer. It is also a night battle right now, so we're not going to see them very quickly. This is going to be the first fight for our new heavy cruiser class. So that is definitely something that we have to consider. The enemy has spotted us first. Those are the light ships. 3 times speed. Detach. All of you shoot that. And evade. Big hits. Big hits. Again. We're gonna have to get closer. The enemy has lost sight of some of the ships. And one of the enemy light ships has sunk. After just a few little taps. I don't actually know how well trained our crews are. Trained. Very nice. The enemy can see our battleship. We can't see them right now. Not a great situation. Let's take a little bit of a risk and get closer. The moment that my heavy cruisers spot the enemy, my battleship should be able to open up on them. Enemy spotted. First hits have already been struck. Is that another small ship? No, that's a cruiser of some sorts. And it's getting hammered. So far, they've taken a lot of damage, but we haven't taken barely. Well, we have taken barely any. Our formation has worked out, is what I'm basically saying. That thing seems to be mostly dead in the water right now. Collecting damage from basically secondary fire and 8-inch guns. Don't know what those guns were firing at, but hey. Reduce speed a little bit further. Actually, I'm just gonna... There we go. This thing should basically be just getting destroyed by sheer volume of fire. Yep, there it goes. Extensive fire. Hang on a minute. I want to know what kind of bulkheads are you using, because it doesn't seem like... Yeah, standard bulkheads. It's alright. But that's all I can say about it. It's not going to save you in terms of getting massively hammered by your enemy. So far, a light ship and a heavy cruiser have been sunk with basically no damage taken in return whatsoever. That seems to be the battleship. That was a big gun that just fired. Something else has just sunk to extensive fire, and I don't even know where. What? Didn't even fire. So, these heavy cruisers are doing very well in combat. They are very accurate. And the secondaries are also shredding, which is very good. Ooh, good hits, good hits. focus fire on that guy. Definitely close enough to slow down to 17, 16 knots. Now I want to look at these ships. They are wacky as fuck. They have one 13-inch gun at the front and 3 10-inch guns along the side? Why though? It's also very much dying. These battleships have nothing to hold up against us. They did hit one of our CAs though, which is not great for us. However, they have definitely lost more value than we have so far. Continue firing on one. Another flooding. We have a 5% chance to hit up, but our guns are very much very accurate. Come on, keep firing at that ship until it's down. Focus fire, my friends. Focus fire. Big hit from the enemy. Not great for us. Ooh. Okay, that one's gone. Next one. There goes an engine. This one needs to go. The Bremen is going to try to dash in and take its place in line of fire. It's taking hit after hit right now. It's not flooding to death yet because it's getting hit in the same compartments over and over. Although these things seem to be fairly quick. Okay. The enemy is definitely better at spotting than we are. So they have immediately reappeared and re-emerged. Lots of small hits. I think this is also standard bulkheads. Yep, standard bulkheads. Standard crew quarters. Not a very balanced ship in terms of its strengths and weaknesses. Let's go back down to 17 knots or 16 knots. The Victoria Louise is going to leave. It has taken enough of a beating. Actually, speed up to 20-ish knots. The enemy seems to be speeding around at maximum speed. And they are going to be just cruising around us if we let them. Now we are slowly but surely burning them down. Their armament is still really weird to me. Like, main gun 10 inches, main gun 13 inches, and then secondaries, and very weird, very weird. Over penetration on that battleship, on the Astuto. All guns fire. Big hits, engine destroyed, flooding. Probably not going to be critical flooding. It doesn't seem like it's a very particularly strong flooding. I'm going to slow down again. Another decent hits. Few overpens, partial pens, and damage to the funnel. The enemy is trying really hard. However, they, I think, can only penetrate us at very short ranges. Another good flooding. If I look at our armor scheme, we have 15 inches of main build, which should be doubled to 30 inches. So they can only feasibly try to penetrate us at 5 kilometers and less. As long as we keep 5 kilometers away from them, they won't penetrate us. Like, at all. The battleship, that is. They obviously will be able to penetrate the heavy cruisers because they're significantly lighter ships. Focus fire on the Astuto until it's down. Circle back in. A small fire on the Bremen. No big damage has been dealt to it so far. It would be very surprising if they actually did manage to damage it properly. Astuto is down, that's 2 battleships sunken. For the price of, so far, nothing. Secondary's out. Focus on the sun fort. I have the feeling that they might be trying to hunt that ship down. I don't think you can even still go at the top speed, right? Yeah, no, you can go 20 knots. Of the flooding. Gonna do a quick turn to the other side. We'll try to cut them off before they reach our heavy cruiser. That we have delegated to leave. Now they are theoretically about as fast as we are. I also think that they have just realized what we're doing and are trying to cut in. Also helps that I'm delegating this heavy cruiser to being a bit of bait. I'm gonna need you to quickly turn left and then turn back right so you actually... Ooh, that... They've actually managed to penetrate the front bow, or the bow of the ship. So then down to 16 knots. Just the top speed of the Bremen now anyway. 40 knots actually. Oh yeah, there they go. They're shooting at the ship that I don't want them to shoot at. The fog has rolled in, which is not great for us. I'm gonna need the common to actually spot the enemy. I don't want to risk the Bremen taking another big hit. Don't think there was any hits in there. It's the lead class of it's the lead ship of the class, so I really don't want to lose this one. It would be a fairly big shame. Lots of ricochets of the secondaries. Some overpens, which is surprising. How thin is that forebelt? Hang on a minute. 4.6 inches. That's atrocious. Just gonna continue to tell the ship to run away. Now they can penetrate our forebelt, we've established this, because it's 9 inches, so they need about like 18 inches of penetration. A bit more, but you know. A bit of overpens, that was the 11.2 inches. I can still see our battleship. Probably because it's significantly bigger in hull size and everything. But thanks to the fog, we can't really see them. It's a bit of a turkey shoot here. Even with the Comets pulling spotting duty, it's not really working out. You know what? Let's end the battle here. We've sunk 2 battleships, a heavy cruiser, and 2 destroyers, actually. Okay. So, this was an overwhelmingly one-sided battle, even though we sent half of our fleet the other way and running. We have fought 1 battle, and the Spanish are asking for us to stop attacking them. So, I mean, how much do we need in the area? 400,000 tons. It's actually quite a lot. However, we have some significant fleets in the area. So I think we can probably actually do that. This is also currently the home fleet, though. The home area. Actually... Is it you? No. Then it was this one. Oh, we're actually fighting that fleet right now. They're pulling out all the stops. Unfortunately, they're pulling out all the stops against some of our battleships. And the Jericho. It's here, I guess. So let's see what this battle is going to look like. It might get very different than the other one, depending on the weather. Because that fog was very different, or difficult to play through. I think that would probably change the moment that you get a radar, but yeah. First things first, I will actually have to say that I'm going to keep some of the destroyers and light. I'll definitely keep the light cruisers with us because the enemy has a bunch of destroyers. I'll probably send all of these for over here running. Wrong button. I guess it's smoking while running. Run away! I'm gonna... Oh, that entire division now pulled smoke, I guess. To the east. We are sailing straight east, so, you know. Let's have our destroyers pull some duties here. Our light cruisers aren't that fast, so we'll have to watch out for that. Our destroyers should be able to deal with a bunch of the enemy destroyers, because they are actually fairly heavily armed. It's just that the armament is in wonky spots. Let's speed up to 30 times for the moment. I think the battleships might actually be faster than our heavy cruisers as well. Yeah, a little bit. Not much, but a tiny bit. Enemy is still to the east. We're getting closer. Let's put some actual maneuvers into place. Ding, 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 ding. There's some fairly standardized ships here. Apart from the Jericho. An enemy ship has spotted 2 other battleships. 3 other battleships. And there we have it. The reason why I wanted to keep the cruisers along is to pull a protection duty against destroyers. The destroyers can do that, but they might not be all that good at it. Enemy is spotting us again. Oh. Lots of torpedoes are flying that way. That is one of the enemy destroyers. My ships are currently refusing to fire their guns. We might lose this destroyer. Might not, though. I found that in the last moment. Light cruisers go that way. Up to 3 times speed, high explosive only. Because the high explosive shells should be more than good enough to penetrate the armor at this distance. As long as you actually hit them. There's so much smoke because of all of the destroyers. So much smoke. I don't know what you're shooting at because I can't see it, but hey, as long as you're gonna hit, that's perfectly fine. Oh, something was just badly hit by a torpedo even. Yeah, something has been sunk due to heavy flooding. Don't know what kind of ship it was. But I do know that it took a big torpedo hit. And there's another torpedo hit in the middle of that. A quick 180. I'm going to be firing with nothing but high explosive for the moment, my dear light cruisers. Focus fire. some significant damage. Now we're gonna first have to fight our way through these walls of destroyers that we have here. That's not good. Why are you turning that hard? What are you doing? No. Attach. Attach to this one. Wait, what? No, attach. Shit. Oh, turn hard right. We might have some friendly fire here. Yeah, that was the one torpedo hitting our ship. Another torpedo, or another ship has been sunk. Okay, the light cruiser should not be the one getting hit. Okay, that's at the absolute maximum of the range. Honestly, destroyers, you'll just take a lead. You've done enough, you've tried your best. Nerker for one single CA 131,000 damage. I mean, sometimes they just get a god game. Or basically a battle where they just can't miss. This is going to be a fixed part of this division, Jericho. So far, we've sunk a whole bunch of enemy destroyers. Another one of those weird-ass battleships. And a whole bunch of shells landing in the water next to it. Cool. Secondaries are making mincemeat of the destroyers, which is very good. That's another destroyer down. Slow down for gunnery speed. They don't have that torpedo, the very dangerous torpedo range either. They're probably high-speed torpedoes though. So I definitely want to... that entire division. Please focus. Yep. Okay. Hard right turn. Probably still gonna get hit by one torpedo. Maybe we're gonna get away with this. We did get away with it. Absolutely detonated. There's nothing left of that ship. These things are supposed to have a 2-kilometer range. Why are they still going? Oh, that thing's gone. Next. I'm just gonna pull protection duty here. Whoever's on board those poor destroyers, I feel for you. You have no chance. You've been thrown into this war by your nation, and you're not gonna get back out of it. See, there's 8.9-inch guns. That's very nice. So far, actually, the Jericho has done a decent amount of damage, I think. We haven't really done any damage to the battleships. That one's on fire, I guess. The light cruisers are firing at them. Because they can. I guess. Oh, big hit. That thing is burning inside. Oh, gone. Absolutely decimated. They've just bet their entire fleet on this battle, and they're not getting away with it. These 11.2 and 13-inch guns are not taking prisoner. Actually, no, this is 12-inch, right? Yeah. We have 3 different main gun shells, or ships. Battery fire, yeah. We have 13 inches on the Jericho, 12.2 inches on the Bonn, and 11.2 inches on the Bremen class. Torpedo hits all the way back there. Damn. That is a rain of fire. Something has just been sunk, and I don't know what it was. If it was a battleship, that was quick. If it wasn't, I guess we just accidentally hit a destroyer again. I mean, they still have destroyers around there. We can see with the smoke clouds. But we haven't really... I mean, the destroyers have taken some damage. They've also dealt significant damage themselves with their torpedoes, though. So that's very nice. 3 torpedo hits, 7,000 damage. 1 ammo detonation happened, so I didn't even notice that one. Bunch of penetrating shell hits. That's a destroyer, and it's gonna get screwed. They're entering the rain of fire right about now. So all of the secondaries are opening up. And these battleships have a lot of secondaries. Now if we hit them once with the main battery, they're straight up dead. So far they're actually getting very lucky in us not hitting them. Oh, that one's gone. That one's gone. Yeah, dead. Straight up deleted. You're gonna start shooting at that guy, because he's starting to get close as well. Removed. Excessive fire. We're destroying the entire Spanish destroyer fleet at the moment. With mainly battleship main guns. Good hits. Good hits again. I still would like to have better light cruisers, because these are just kind of not great. It's gonna be a torpedo. Nope, never mind. It's dead. Big hits. Absolutely gone. This is a turkey shoot. We haven't even entered these battleships' effective range. They can't touch us. Like, we are barely inside secondary range with the light cruisers over here. At 10 kilometers, these guys can't touch us, and this guy is almost dead. We might have actually sunk one of the battleships with that penetration earlier. This is ridiculous. Yeah, we have a green everywhere. These battleships are not well armored. We might be running out of high explosive shells, but that's just because we've been firing at destroyers the whole time. And it's still burning inside. Santiago Mayor has also taken some damage, but nothing major. Yeah, you should slow down a bit to match the battleship speed. About 15 knots-ish. I don't want to enter battle, yeah? We could easily sink those battleships, at least those two that we can see. Again, this is an absolute turkey shoot. No explosive shells remaining on this guy. We look at the view from this ship, because this thing has 13-inch guns, so its penetration is kind of insane, even in comparison to the others. Up to top speed again. Let's dash a little closer. These are your main battleships, 53,000 tons. I'll check it out in a moment. Let's get to 5 times speed. Over penetration and some flooding. Big hits, and fire, and a flooding. I don't think the... Okay, after fighting the French battleships at the beginning of the campaign, I was genuinely concerned about, you know, the AI actually building better designs and everything. And these designs are probably not bad, but they have a very weird focus. That thing's dead. Campeon is done. Done and dusted. And we immediately start hitting the other one as well. Closing the distance. Good, decent hits. It's been a nice balance of who's hitting as well. It's not just, you know, one ship doing all the work. We've gotten some 13-inch penetration, some 12.2, some 11.2 inches. It's been a very nice balance. You know what? Just because it's funny, switch your secondaries to explosive. Set the man on fire. Enemy ships spotted northwest. There's more battleships to hunt. Let me quickly click on the link though. It's a proto-Bismarck, basically. 8.9 inches secondaries, 36 knots, 13.9 inches main gun, 370mm main belt, 150mm fore and aft belt. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Someone spotted us. Someone has spotted us. Fear me, I am the parade of death. I have just crushed 4 of your battleships. At least, I think. I know that we definitely killed 2 of them. We've also killed something before in the middle of the shadow where we didn't even know what we hit. That could have been a battleship flooding to death, or it could have been a destroyer getting hit and absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I'm not usually the biggest fan of the 8.9 inches. I usually go just for 8 inches. Maybe 8 for once. For no good reason, honestly. I understand that the 9 inches have more punch. I just prefer the 8 inches. Oh no, I understand entirely that they're very good. That's not it. Northwest, you say? Now then. Where are you hiding? Shots. Straight ahead. Let the guns sing. More battleships have been found. This one has been hit before. We've met you. Just decided to try and run. Oh, we need to close in a bit further. You're actually further away than I thought it was. Let's do it up. Yeah, we must have sunken 3 because there's only 4 left. And they entered the battle with 7 battleships. No big hits have been made yet. Some fire has been set. Slowly closing the distance. Also, I'm actually surprised and very glad that the division actually seems to be working properly. Because that is a thing that didn't used to properly work most of the time. Imagine being on this ship and you see that. Closing the distance. We're getting more frequent with the hits. The penetrations, though, they're still not really there. We can penetrate them fairly easily now. Or fairly decently. Turning in. Getting closer. The thing is that the AI went for standard bulkheads, which, while can work, you really have to up the armor in return, and the armor is not great either. Some flooding on that ship. That's very good. It is, however, constantly trying to build more distance. It's probably not going to get away because of the big amount of flooding that it's taken so far. Okay, here's the thing, right? We're gonna go to max speed on both of our divisions. Turn hard left. We're gonna cut them off. We're gonna go broadside now. Here's the thing. While they are minor, like a tiny amount faster than we are, if they're in top shape, it has flooded. There's no way in hell it's going to be able to go the full 21.5 knots. We've taken no damage. We can still go our 21 knots. And I'm going to do this in the decisive battle doctrine, which is really stupid and really not that good. Honestly, for the moment, you probably should fire that one until we catch up with it. No, all of your guns, please. Don't know what gun you're keeping aimed at that thing. Probably secondaries. It's probably the only thing that's in secondary range of that battleship. Bop, 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 bop. Now these ones can actually still run. It's only half a knot that they're faster than us, but, you know. Ooh, that was some hits. That is a lot of fire on board of that ship. It's not going to die to fire, is it? If that thing dies to fire, I'm going to be... Ooh, flooding. Flooding! Ding, 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 ding! Good shot. That was a 12.2-inch gun. So one of the Bonds has hit him. Either Kaiser Wilhelm or Bond. Check and check. So was the Kaiser Wilhelm. Lead ship of the current fleet. The flagship. It is very much lagging behind. Let's drive a little closer, shall we? Now, in theory, they could be able to penetrate us. I think that San Luis Gonzaga is dead. Eventually, we're just going to hit another flooding and it's going to die. That's not quite it yet. It's flooded in the aft, so we need to hit it in the front. In the bow. Maybe midships would also work. Good hits, good hits. I was in 11.2. And actually followed up by a 13-inch gun shell, hitting right through the middle of the ship. That could be enough to sink it, but I don't think it will be. I think it will be able to pump out most of the water. Now it's dead. That's dead. Dead, 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 dead. Shoot the other gun, Tick. At this point, we're just hunting. And there's not really much that the enemy can do. We are running out of shell stuff. I will give them that. At least some of our ships are. Also, that was the first bit of damage that we've taken to our battleships. Need to hit a flooding. Right there it is. Another flooding. That could have actually sealed its fate already, if it was in the right locations. We are fairly close, so we will be able to penetrate them further. And we are fairly accurate right now. Our land aiming is currently not working because we've only fired one gun from this battleship. From the Kaiser Wilhelm. Come on. Big hits. Destroy the secondary tower. Slow down. Ooh, good shot right in the bow. That's dead. Sunk. Moving on. We might actually just have enough ammunition. Oof. Big hit, big hit, big hit, big hits. Flooding in the aft and the bow. We already know that that guy can't get away because he's just way too slow. Also, it looks a bit like he's dead in the water. So I'm not sure. Nice hits. Partial pens, though. Jericho's firing as well. Missed. More misses. Let's speed it up a bit. Let's say it like this. I don't think that the enemy will be able to fight back much longer. This is still very much a turkey shoot. We are winning and there's nothing they can do about it. They are forced to reduce speed thanks to the flooding. Drastically, so they will hit another flooding, and this one's dead. They're too close, they're getting flooded over and over again. We know where you are, there's no escaping. This is this is the Spanish Navy, basically eradicated. For no losses. 7 battleships, traded for nothing. Well, so for the moment it's 6, but that one is flooded, and it's not going to be faster than us. We know exactly where it is. The Spanish have taken on a giant that they shouldn't have poked. The German wall has absolutely destroyed them. Come on. We know you're there. Funnily enough, these guys have actually run entirely out of high explosive ammunition. And they've even caused floodings on the... Actually, it might have been on the destroyers. Northwest. Now, these shells on these ships also run very low. But, I am actually more amazed at the amount of damage these guys have done. Kaiser Wilhelm has done 45,000. The Friedrich Wilhelm has done 10,000. You've actually mostly missed or bounced, it seems. The 11.2s not having the penetration. This guy has done 15,000 because he's just not first in line, and this guy has 39,000 because he has 13-inch guns, and when they hit, they hurt. Hang on. Hang on. Save your shells. You don't have many left. And the enemy... Actually, I can just turn them off for the moment. The enemy can't run. They do not have the speed. They've also built the ship in a way where they can't fire backwards. The secondary tower's in the way. That is genuinely hilarious. Let's say that one secondary gun can, but nothing else can. Doo-dum. 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 Still not a safe shot. The light cruisers are firing. Secondaries from these guys should actually start firing soon as well. And the secondaries on these ships are actually built in a way that they can shoot almost everywhere around the ship. There we go. Actually, what is your deck armor? I wonder. I wonder. 2 inches. Now that's not great. In fact, I'm partial penning the fucking aft belt with the secondaries. What is your aft belt? 4.4 inches. How much penetration do we have at close range? Or at maximum range? It's a bit, you know. It's a bit weird that we managed to do that, but hey. Go for the safe shots. A ricochet. I'm going to tell you for the moment to use your high explosive shots if you have some remaining. This guy doesn't, so, you know. Yeah, this guy's also almost entirely out of ammunition. The Friedrich Wilhelm is about to be out of the fight. Bond can still fire, the Jericho can still fire. Ba-bum. Partial high explosive pens are still doing a good amount of damage. Good chunks of fire damage right there. And it died to fire. That is the entire Spanish fleet removed from existence. Yeah, okay, that ship that sank while it was in smoke, it was in fact a battleship that I guess had an ammo detonation or something. I don't know what happened to it. It just exploded. Training cadets. They send untrained soldiers onto these ships. Minimum bulkheads on the destroyers. Holy shit. Meanwhile, we had the torpedo-friendly fire incident and our destroyer just trucked it off. Well then. I don't think the Spanish are gonna be able to keep this up for very long. Because if they can, I'm gonna be very surprised. Sunk, 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 sunk. 36,000 victory points for their 9. They have 1 destroyer in this area left. 1 destroyer. Nope, not the time I had. All the other destroyers, though. We just need tonnage. They don't have a navy left. I don't think it matters what ships we send there now. They have 2 ships. 1 battleship and 1 destroyer. Sure, we have some torpedo boats. That's a few hundred tons, I guess. Sure, now, you know, we can even send the Schlesien. It's not a great battleship, but it's gonna do. It's gonna do. Don't we have some colony down here as well? Okay, we already grabbed all the ships from here, I think. I don't think most of our ships can make it past the Atlantic without refueling somewhere. Okay, next turn. We have decidedly beaten the Spanish. There is nothing left they can do. What do you mean there's a battle? They're all dead. This is the only one that's left. I think there might be a bit of a bug. This is actually most of the fleet from just now. Where are they? Northeast. I did not want to move the Tama out of here, but I guess it's here now. I think the game hasn't quite realized that the entire enemy fleet is gone. Either that, or one of the allies has entered the fight. Straight east. Hang on a minute. Why are you here? Didn't I decommission all of them? You can leave. Go away. Zigzag ahead to spot the enemy. We're going down to 3 times speed. I think the biggest problem here... Oh, we've actually hit a torpedo. Okay, that rudder is shredded. Something has sunk due to structural damage, and I don't know why, or what caused it. If it was another one of the battleships, I will be laughing. If it wasn't, that's fine. That ship is getting hammered. It's a light cruiser or heavy cruiser? One of the two. Dead. I don't know where the Spanish pulled up this navy. They must have asked their allies, the closest allies, for help. And they just sent them an entire fleet, not realizing what they were going up against. Because there's no way in hell that they would have gone up against it if they did. We might not have enough ammunition to actually destroy the battleships that they have in this fleet. But we can destroy everything else. And that we fucking will. Bang. And the 11.2-inch guns are definitely more than enough to crack a cruiser. With the 12.2 inches are even better at it. Absolutely demolished. Nothing left of that ship. All of the secondaries start opening up. And there goes the main guns. Any hits? Would have been too nice. And we're gonna have to disengage just because of our ammunition at some point. I think now that one's close enough to actually continuously stay spotted. Which is very unfortunate for him. Because he's within 6 kilometers, and that is not gonna go well. Not while we're in a straight line, slowly proceeding. Yeah. What ships are we even firing at here? Oh, that's the battleships. Oh, bonk. Smoke up. Straight ahead. Well, we might be able to sink one of them. Maybe two. It's the same class of battleship. It's definitely one that they built. That thing might actually already be sinking. It was taken flooding in various different areas. Damaged rudder with torpedoes on course, on target. Slash more torpedoes coming in because, you know, destroyers. Yep, there it goes. Continue firing at the Orienta. Secondaries was all right. There we go. Oh, that thing's out of fuel. Oh, that's hilarious. It's an outdated cruiser. It's a very outdated cruiser. Attach you. You're gonna leave. Attach to this one. Ow. Actually, detach. Hard left. Hard right, actually. Now you're gonna do a hard left turn to try and get those other torpedoes to bear. That's another battleship right there. Torpedo hits. Flash fire. It's throwing its turrets. That thing is gone. Destroyers, you get to leave. At least you do, because you have no torpedoes left. Your rudder's shredded, though. That CA is probably sinking as well. Gone. Come on, take your shots. The good thing is it doesn't seem to have much in terms of torpedo firepower. Also, the moment that you hit them with anything, they just kind of explode. It also missed. That is an Austrian ship. Sold to someone else. Gone. Save your shells. You don't have many left. Oh, big hit. Big hits, big hits, big hits. Okay, change of plans. DDV-17, you're gonna attack that guy right there. This is the end of the Navy. Yikes. Even just the sounds are brutal. These guys are getting absolutely taken apart right now. Next. It's a massacre. Bonk. We only really have to flood that thing once more in the bow, and that thing's gone. That CA that's following us around isn't really even a danger. It's on low fuel, so it can't really go fast. It's basically just an afterthought at this point. Save the torpedo throw. Oh wait, you have no torpedo left. Oh well, you're just gonna leave. You've already fired the torpedo. I see. It's out of a rudder. Depending on where you hit it, if you hit it, it's gonna be very good. Oh, flooding. Bow flooding? Midship flooding. Torpedoes missed. Another flooding in the bow. It's dead. I'm pretty sure it's dead. It's not a massive flooding, but it's only gonna get worse from here. I kind of want to avoid that wreckage, but at the same time, that's gonna be a bit difficult. Yeah. The fog is rolling in. We know where the enemy is. It's between us and the light cruiser right now. Some light flooding. There it is. We're still set to save firing, by the way, and they're just blasting away. Hold fire for the main guns. You only have very... Okay, that guy's even out. Yeah, we only have a very limited amount of shells left. That's 7 shells for the main battery for this guy. 53 for the for high explosive shells, and then loads of secondary guns. I really have to say that for the 1900s and 1910s, 5-inch secondaries are really nice. Let's go to 5 times speed, so that's a bit faster to approach. Because it's the last enemy here. Yeah, it's literally the last enemy ship that's here. And that might actually be the last and final ship of the enemy. And I already didn't know where they pulled out the other ships from. Bump. You can leave. It's dead. It's dead. Devastating the Spanish Navy in every turn. Another 32,000 victory points for the German Navy. This is utter domination. Jesus Christ. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. At this point, the enemy has no choice. I'm gonna auto-resolve this. Yeah, that's, You can't stand against me, my friends. There's nothing left of your navy. Let me just check again. How many ships do you still have? Because it can't be many. 3. Some of them still have a battleship. Very weird. Okay, all of these are getting repaired right now. We apparently still have enough tonnage in that area, though. That's the one battleship. We only have fleets that can handle them. Maybe except this one. We aren't at war with anyone else, right? Oh, the Spanish have a shitload of allies. I see. That's where they got that fleet from. It hasn't helped them. Like, at all. It has just been a big embarrassment. Concerning. Oh no, the Spanish admiral has been replaced. Who could have seen that coming?
The nuclear device.
A nuclear device. Let's move in more tonnage for that invasion. The task force engagement here. You know what? Sure. I want to see whether or not we can get this area or not. I have the feeling that the game will fail me here, even though I have the required tonnage in the area. For no other reason other than it's a main area of the enemy. Like, even though we've struck them in the vein, we have them bleeding out. We have basically crushed not just their navy, but also their allies' navies. Oh, the United States are being positive again. Very good.
It's a nuclear device. Time is running out. Time is running out.
I would really like to see whether or not I can get this today. I'm going to try to auto-complete as many battles as I can. Naval Prestige 378. 0 losses. An entire fleet, an entire nation's fleet destroyed for 0 ship losses. Ah, the French are on the ropes, I can tell. Not the French, the Spanish. Have it. Auto-resolve. I don't know how you took so much damage for me, but hey, whatever. That's another battleship sunk. Let's try to improve the relations with the French for once. It's not that they can be dangerous to us at the moment. It's just that it's a hassle to fight them at the same time. Getting a naval invasion off at that point, a bit difficult. But to be fair, the moment that they get close to war, we can probably just pay them off again. We're making an exorbitant amount of money. I just want to basically play to the end of the naval invasion here, and that's got to be it for today. Because at that point I'm out of time. Also, the enemy is someone's designing ships again. I can't even tell who. Okay. 14-inch Mark IIs. A destroyer and a destroyer. I think at this point the Spanish are actually dry. Yep, it's 2 destroyers. That's all they have. They're building 79 ships. But I highly doubt that they're going to be there in time. We have the smallest navy going up against... Ooh, that's a big navy. Against the second biggest navy, I think. Or third biggest? No, the British, I think, are a little bit bigger than us. Yeah, third biggest navy. The Russians actually currently have the biggest navy, which is impressive. Can't improve relations right now with them. But we can improve relations with the British, who are also very close to war with us. And paying up 2 people every few turns would be a bit of a pain. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want Western France, because I do want Western France, just for the ports that are very, very well placed there. Still no new light cruiser hull. Le Havre. Move out the final fleets. Oh well, they're gonna be repairing for a bit longer, I guess. Anything else that I have that I can move here? I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure that everything is already here. And we basically only have these. And they needed to be resupplied anyway, because they were basically entirely out of ammunition. Should do one more turn. And then it's going to tell me that we failed. Because it really does feel like invading the home country of a nation is very, very difficult. Yep, failed. Knew it. However, that is going to be where we stop today, as we've entirely embarrassed the Spanish Navy, the Spanish Admiral, and just destroyed them. We might go for the Sahara first, but I really would like to just go straight for the throats. Take northern Spain, western Spain, southern Spain, maybe Mallorca. You know, fight ourselves through the main territories. But for the day, that's gonna have to be it. I'm going to quickly check who I can raid for the day, which might just be fairly easy to figure out. We shall see. Oh! Oh! Artemis is currently playing Frostpunk. So let's say hello to her, as I'm going to end my stream and be back tomorrow with some Hitman, where we have started the Freelancer campaign. It's very fun and very different. I'm going to take my time for the day, though. Have a good night. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed me absolutely embarrassing the Spanish. Take care, and have a good night.